Alf, you look rested. Friends, how we doing? It is Sunday. There's no football today. How are we going to survive? It's a whole off season ahead of us. We've got two stories today. The second one really upset me. I'm not happy to hear Michael Rubin speak on the product distribution. Actually, someone straight up asked him at Rip Night, Topps Rip Night, about price of new product and how exorbitant it is and kind of the different layers of their business. And he had some very interesting comments, so we are going to play that clip and we will respond to that. Before I dive in, huge thanks to today's video sponsor, Pristine Auction. Friends, I lost an auction last night for a full-sized Bo Jackson Raiders signed helmet. Did I say that right? Bo Jackson signed Raiders helmet. I had the whole order messed up. I just woke up, bear with me. It went up over $500. I was like, man, I'm going to get this. I talked to my son about it, actually, and I was like, hey, buddy, I'm looking to put this next to your mini Archie Manning helmet, signed Archie Manning helmet. But no, we did not get it. So it's back to the drawing board for the signed full-size Raiders Bo Jackson helmet. He's all about using Bo Jackson in the original Tecmo Bowl, so I figured, hey, this would be pretty damn sweet. Pristine's Elite Auction ends in about a day, so make sure you get over there, check it out. It's no reserves on everything, so check out all the stuff. $10 off your first auction victory. It's the link in the promo code down below in my video description, as well as in the pinned comments. Also, for all of you that have been using PSA for the first time, you're getting $25 off using the SCD25 code at the shipping and billing screen. One card minimum over there at PSA. And again, huge thanks to those that have been using the SlabMags promo code as well. Sports Card Dad is 10% off your whole order at SlabMags. I've sold more SlabMags through the affiliate code in the last 30 days than I have probably in the 6 months prior. People have been crushing the SlabMags affiliate code. Can't beat the presentation, and of course UV protection for the surface and for auto cards. Very important. All right, friends, the first story today is an absolutely wild one. I saw this catching fire on Instagram, and what I'm talking about, of course, is the 2012 Prism Tom Brady. Not any Tom Brady 2012 Prism. Of course, this is first year Prism for football. The 1-of-1 black finite. It was purchased, and essentially the buyer of this card was saying, hey, I didn't get this card. I got scammed. And so this is not any card. I mean, and I know, God, a lot of people, when I talk about Tom Brady, all I ever hear about, it's not a rookie and it's not an autograph. Well, when you actually wrap your head around how important this card is to the overall hobby, it is a massive flipping card. If we go back to 2012 Prism, and I think a lot of people, they look at today's Prism and there's 70 different parallels for each card. 2012 Prism, and actually I can give a visual tutorial here. You've got the green Prism, not numbered. You've got the red die cut, also not numbered. Then you have silver Prisms, of course, the original silver Prisms, Prism Silvers, they're not numbered. And then you have the golds out of 10, those are numbered. Then you have the black finite 1-of-1, and then I believe it's the pylon 1-of-1. So there's two 1-of-1s going back to 2012, and there's a gold out of 10, and that's it. There's not a tie-dye out of 25. There's not a blue sizzle out of 15. There's not an eel skin, orangutan out of 18. No, that is all there is. I didn't even know that this card existed until I saw this picture. And again, I might have missed it. I'm not on the search for this sort of card. It's way, way out of my price range. To give you an idea on value of this particular card, a gold Prism Brady 2012, it was a BGS 9.5 out of 10 sold back in August, September of 2023 for $132,000. So you put a multiplier on that for the black finite 1-of-1. You factor in the fact that it's first year Prism. I mean, this is a massive, massive card. And so I'm trying to get to the bottom of the story. The buyer said essentially he lost a house, meaning like the money that he's out the money for this card. And I was trying to, I didn't screen capture in the story post. There was a picture of him opening the package. I don't think there was anything in the package. The seller definitely have the card. Did they send the card? What is the picture of the card? The right picture? What is the story here? I have never seen this card on the internet, on social media. And so for viewership and people that might know this card or know somebody that has had this card, there's only one of this card. Has it been out in the wild? It's kind of like when we talk about the Curry, the Topps, what is it? The Topps Chrome Rookie, the 1-of-1, the Superfractor that's never surfaced. People haven't seen it. It's never been pulled. Is this a similar story here? Because there is a picture of this card. It's in a mag. It's there. But has anyone seen this card, this unicorn of a card? Where is it? According to the buyer who I reached out to on IG, he's out the money. Doesn't have the card. He's out the money. What is the story behind this card? Where is this card? It's somewhere, right? It's somewhere. Somebody has it. Viewership, if you know who has it, where it is, where it's been, who owned it last. Like, I would love to know a little bit more about this card because I had never even seen it on social media until a couple of days ago. All right, the next story, very interesting. So Topps had their Rip Nights across the country. Looked to be very successful. I did hear from a couple of different folks that were at stores, shops. It was slammed. And I can speak to this. I went to the one last year where Tom Brady was there up in New York. And it was busy, it was hopping, everybody was very excited. I think these events are really cool. All in all, I think they're really cool. Now, somebody just straight up asked Michael Rubin about price of new product, and I thought it was really interesting how he answered it. It's a fine line that he's trying to dance, and here we go. We've got the clip. Buddy Neo Cards and Comics had the clip on IG. Let's go ahead and play that, Frank. Spin it up. Play the damn thing.
How do you properly exist with breakers that have become so big and prominent? First of all, today, if you look at our business, just like real numbers, about 20% of what we sell goes through like big retailers like a Target or Walmart. About 40% goes through hobby shops, and about 40% goes through breakers. Controlling pricing so that things are affordable is really, really important. And that's I think that's almost part of the question.
And that is kind of part of the question, right? Because as a consumer, with the buyers eating up so much product, the prices are going to be the prices. The more you sell, the more you're going to keep charging what you're going to charge. Well, right? With them buying up so many boxes compared to us, they're pricing me out. Because now the prices keep going up because the boxes keep selling off the shelf, which is they're consuming. So now it puts you in a position where, like, all right, I can't get it this week. I'm going to have to wait maybe a couple of weeks to get the next.
Yeah. So let me say a couple of things. We believe all three areas are super important. So like we believe the customer that goes to Target or Walmart, really important to us. Like, we want to service that customer, we want that entry level product. We believe that people, what you guys have done for 32 years, like you're the heartbeat of what we do. Okay?
And we love it.
Right.
We love doing
and
it.
we believe breakers are also they're good for like the marketing and the excitement of the business. So what we're trying to do is make sure that we have product for each area. And make sure that we're actually thinking about how we can get prices lower.
You heard that, Alf. 40% of Topps product goes to breakers. Of that 90-second little conversation, that was the thing that smacked me in the face right out of the gate. 40% of new product printed up by Topps is going to breakers? Are you freaking kidding me? That, 40% going to shops makes sense, makes perfect sense. And he even mentions, they've been in business for 30 plus years, makes sense. 20% goes to Walmart, Target, that also makes sense. And then 40% goes to breakers. Now, if we're just looking at bottom line, I understand from a business standpoint why this happens. It is free marketing for Topps. Topps sends it off to the big breakers or the smallish breakers or whoever the breakers are. And it's excitement. We're opening up the packs together and the big hits get put on social media. It's all over IG. Everybody gets excited and everyone, poops their pants because they're so excited, right? But the problem is it feeds into the gambling culture that has taken over our world and especially in the US. This is something that was already kind of like a global thing, but the US is just, put a bear hug around gambling. It's not always been this way. Never has been this way. Weep for the culture, because here we are. Everything is a derivatives trade. Everything's a bet. Everything is, what's going to be? The future is probably going to be something like, when you used to bet your uncle on a game. Oh, how much you think the Steelers are going to win by? 7. You want to bet on that? There's actually probably going to be an app where you can connect you and your uncle's bank account. And then, as that transaction as the game ends, then it just automatically sends the money. That's the culture. The culture is literally bet on everything. Is it going to snow today? What do you think? What are the chances? You want to put $10 on it? That's literally where we're at. So if you're a manufacturer, this is a very easy way to sell product and it's an easy way to get free marketing. So hey, win-win if you're the manufacturer. However, if you're thinking kind of long-term big picture here, you know that 80 to 90% of the folks that buy into a break don't really feel good coming out of that break. You're like me, you love Mexican food. You go there and you're like, man, I'm going to have fajitas. Let's just go. I want a little bit of everything. It's fantastic. The food is amazing. But what happens after that? You've overeaten and then you're in the bathroom for 3 hours trying to figure it out. And that's basically where we're at with breaking. It's exciting in the moment. And then afterwards you're like, damn, my bank account is dry. Or, damn, I could have spent that on singles, or I could have done something else with it. I could have gone to the movies, or whatever the hell. 40%. 40%. Why is it 40% and why is it not 10 to 15%? And take the other 25% and sell it direct to consumers. All you have to do is just increase the supply going through the Topps website so that people can actually get a hold of stuff. I might not be the smartest man in the world, but I am pretty certain that if you told the average hobbyist, especially ones, my God, go back in time. I'll throw out a name, Mike O. Mike O's a guy that I know likes to open up product, but doesn't, he's stated it on podcasts, on different YouTube shows, doesn't open it as much anymore because of the price points. But he's one example of many, especially baseball card collectors. Used to open up boxes, used to open up packs. Price points are just way, way higher than they used to be. If you told them 40% of the overall product is going to breakers, they would not be happy about it. The average hobbyist is not going to be thrilled about that because you have two different sectors in this thing. Go to the National and you'll see it. Go to the National. Yes, you do have crossover of people that buy into breaks and also buy singles. You do have crossover there. But go to the National, you have a truckload of people that just buy singles, and then you have a ton of people that just do the carnival games, the fair games. Shoot a basket for a pack. That's what they're doing. You know, I mean, that's literally half the National. So as opposed to hobbyists just getting kicked square in the nuts every time they buy into a breaker, most of the times anyway, please, Topps fanatics, please, just get more of that going direct to consumer, or have more of that percentage going to hobby shops, or have more of that percentage, hell, going to Walmart or Target. I mean, whatever it is, just to get that product out to people so that they can get a hold of it and they don't have to choose the 40% of product that is going through a break, a carnival game. Come on. All right, my friends, rant over. Get on with your Sunday. We're actually going to head over the family over to a new retro arcade that we've been hitting up here locally by the house. So me and the kids probably going to be doing some original Mario Brothers on the arcade. Friends, have an amazing day. Stay healthy. Stay awesome. I'll talk to you again later.